Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs no matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, a.k.a. Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
Welcome to Atlanta. Christ, this Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
It's that time of year again. It's the 56th annual Passover, man. You know what that means. It's time for you sisters to get your corsages. You want a brother like this?
Should I get saved if I could? Get a general breakdown of Matthew 5:22?
Oh, straight to your body, I know that it's small.
If one of these brothers piques your interest, sisters, y'all need to go ahead and buy one of those white corsages for $10. Yes, only $10, man. And you only need to tap in with your camp leader to get it. But how can you be chosen if they don't know to look and come and talk to you, come and pull up on you? So go ahead and cop your white corsage today.
Right when I hit the door.
If you want these world famous heroes and soldiers to come and holler at you, how they gonna do that without a white corsage? Or if one of these men are your husband, go ahead and grab a red corsage.
Let's go a couple more rounds.
Shalom. You did your 6 months and you want to get married out here? We got brothers for you. Nice, hard-working brothers who are ready to take your hand in marriage and make you an honorable woman. Tap in with your camp leader for more details.
Straight to your body, I know that it's smoking. You know, I've been sipping on potion. You gon' ride that slow motion.
Hey, Shalom Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. This is the ISUPK Killeen Sabbath service. And with that, I Mijim, which means to stand. La Yashala, which means to Israel. I said La Yashala. La Yashala. All right, and the star Wahakwadum, which means to turn and face the east. Prayers in the Hebrew. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malak Makah, Taba'ah, Ratazayika, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanlanawa, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalatnawa, Kabawafnawa, Kasalatnawa, Kabayawafnawa, Wala'ah, Tabiya Ayanawa, Banasai 1, Abal, Hai Washainawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalatwa, Waha Allah, Waha Thapara, La'ai Walamyam, Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. On earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. This is the prayer of the power of the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Baba Kushar. Nathan Lanawa. Hakak. Larapa'ah. Call Makalah. Wakal Madawa. Hakak. Latahar. Ha Matazarium. Hakak. Lahaquium. Hamathium. Hakak. Al Rakawa. Hatam Allah, Lagar Shun, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the water Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai, please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. Hey, y'all, can you check to make sure the audio's on? Y'all make sure it's playing. This is the prayer to bless Israel. In the Hebrew, Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Barak Lanawa. Wa Yasha'ala. Wahaba Yasaparium. Barak. Ba'ashem Yahushai. The water Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha. Ayanya. Al-Haharium. Ma'ayan. Yaba'a. Azaria. Ma'ain. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayim. Wa'aratazah. Al-Yathan. Lamawat. Regalka. Al-Yanawam. Shemarka. Hana. La'a. Yanawam. Wala'a. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakayaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Ra'ai, Yashamar, Af Napashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'afka, Wabawa'aka, Ma'atha, Wa'ai, Awalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh, Salakia. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al-Damayalaka. Al-Thakarash. Wa'al-Thashakwat. Al-Kayahanai. Just follow me, my voice, not trying to read it in the same time. All right? Al-Kayahana. Awayabika. Yahama Yawan. Wama Shanayaka. Sha'a Wara'ash. Al-Imaka. Ya'ira Salaki. Ya'ira Yamwa Sawad. Wayata Atazawa. Al-Tazafawanyaka. Amarwa. Lakawa. Wanakyadam. Magalia. Wala. Yazakar. Sham Yashala. Iwad. Kaya. Now Nawa Atazawa. Lakabyawa. Alyaka. Barya. Yakarthawa. Ahalya. Adawam. Wa Yashama Alyam. Ma Salakia. Ma Wa'aba. Wa Hagarium. Gabal. Wa Amawan. Wa Amalak. Palasha. Am Yeshavia. Tazawar. Gamashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zarawai. Labinya. Salah. Aisha. Laham. Kamadian. Kasaya Sarah. Kayabian. Banakal. Kwayashawan. Na Shamadwa. Ba'ayan. Da'ira. Hayawa. Daman. La Adama. Shayathamwa. Nadai Salakia. Nadaiyawa. Ka'arab. Wakazahaba. Wakaza Salakia. Wakazabak. Wakatazamanai. Call Nasalakia. Call Nasayakamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Na Yarashai. La Nawa. Na'awa, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayathumwa, Kagogala, Kakwash, La Penya, Rakah, Ka'ash, Tabaya'ira Ya'ira, Waka Lahaba, Thalahat, Haryum, Khan, Daradatma, Basairika, Waba Sawapafka, Tha Balahum, Mala'ah, Panyahum, Qualawan, Wayaba Kwashwa, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wa Yabawa, Ayai, Wa Yakaparwa, Wa Ya Abadwa, Wa Yadaiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahweh, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kaharatazah. In the English, this is Psalms 83. Keep not thy silence, O power. And hold not thy peace. And be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as unto Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes, as Zabah, and as Zalmunna, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of the power in possession. O my power, make them like the wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded, in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know that thou whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. This is the prayer of the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Mayaka Allah, Wa Alahayim, Matazabaya, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapyam, Ha Saranyan, Ha Quatazayanyam, Ha Kayalyam, Wa Ha Akwathian, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Wada Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. This is the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, and the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, the militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, the Army, the Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet, and the airways, and the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushai, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushua, thank you always. So be it. Sorry. Turn and face the podium. All right, Akim Yeshavia, which means to sit. Give a courtesy salute to the brothers, Shalom, Yahaba Hashem Yahushai Brakathum, and to the sisters, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Alatham Hashem Yahushai. We're going to go ahead and get into this Sabbath lesson. All right. 1 second. We left off with the Lord instituting the first Passover in Egypt. A lot of times you have some Israelites that tell us, why are you doing Passover and we're not in the land? Well, the first Passover was not in our land, it was in Egypt, because the Lord was destroying our enemies and we had to get up out of there quickly. And that was the institution of the greatest holy convocation, the greatest celebration of God giving his people salvation, was the destruction of those that oppressed us and the deliverance and giving freedom to God's chosen people, which, as you know, are so-called Negroes, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? So we're going to go ahead and get into the portion. We're going to be going from Exodus 12 and 47 in the Hebrew. If you might want to download the Bible Hub app. It's a blue app. Just type in Bible Hub app, and once you get that app downloaded to your phone, you go to the interlinear portion. Let's see here, Salakia. It's a blue. It'll have a blue cross on it. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. But once you click on that app, you go into the interlinear, and then you just go up and you can follow along in the Hebrew. Now, the script of the Hebrew is what you want to focus on, but the pronunciations that they have in that chapter, you don't want to follow it like literally or line for line, because it's not how we pronounce the Paleo or the ancient Hebrew, okay? but it's still a good app to use to familiarize yourself with the Hebrew. And also, right now, Officer Kalkazai, who's over the Lashawan Quadash. Lashawan is tongue, and Quadash is holy. So the ancient Hebrew is called the holy tongue. So the Lashawan Quadash class, which is on Fridays, you can tap in with any on YouTube or Facebook. You can tap in with any teacher of the Lashawan Quadash on Fridays. It will get you built up to be able to be ready for the Sabbath service, for the reading of the Hebrew. So you have an opportunity to learn the Hebrew, which is your culture, which is your tongue. It's part of you. People say all the time, well, when we speak English, why I've got to learn the Hebrew for it? One, it's your culture. It's the language that the Lord gave us. It's what we utilize. It's what the ancient records are written in. And one of the things that our oppressor used was in the Catholic Church they did this, and in the Christian Church. Because things have been translated into English and pastors and preachers don't really go into the scriptures, they'll make statements and say things, and because you believe in their authority, you'll take it on face value. But when you go in and read the scriptures and you go into the Hebrew, you're able to get a better meaning and understanding of what was being said and how it was being said. You understand? Like, for instance, just a quick example. When you read in Genesis, it says, in the beginning that God created the heavens and earth, you automatically think God, right? But that word in the Hebrew is Elohim, or what they would say in English, Elohim, right? The proper pronunciation is Elohim. Now, Elohim, anytime you have a yum on the end of a particular word, that indicates plurality or more than one. So what is really being said in Genesis 1? Christ and the angels created the heavens and the earth, not the Most High. The Most High doesn't leave his throne. You understand? The Most High created Christ, and Christ went about creating the angels and everything that you see here. You understand? So when you read the Hebrew, you understand better the context of what's going on, and that's why that's how you're able to dispel the lies of Christianity, because you have the actual knowledge of what's being written. So, and like I say, it's amazing to see young Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian brothers coming back to their understanding of their culture, and what they thought could be impossible, they'll learn how to read the Hebrew in a matter of months and be proficient at it. If you put your mind to study, it's not difficult. The Lord didn't make it a hard language. You know what I'm saying? Abba, da, ga, la, right? That's how a baby talks. He made it very simple. You understand? So you might see the squiggly lines like, oh, this is complicated. No, it's not. The Lord will give you the spirit of understanding for you to learn your language and your identity and culture if you want to seek him. That's why the scripture says to seek the Lord while he may be found, and call upon him while he is near. You know how you seek the Lord? By seeking the men of the Lord, the prophets of God. Because the Lord does nothing except he first revealed it to his prophets. You understand? So when you come into this school, you're coming into the same school that Samuel was over. You're coming into the same school that Elijah was over. You're coming into the same school that Christ was over and put Peter in charge of. The same niggas that wrote the Old Testament are the same niggas that wrote the New Testament. You understand? It's one school. It's one line. There is no, you see all these denominations, divisions. It's only one body of Christ. One body, one spirit. You understand? One baptism. It's one thing. All right? So let's go ahead and get into this Hebrew. We're going to start at Exodus 12 and 47. So y'all can follow along. I'm probably gonna go 14 verses for 14 verses, and then the last 7. All right. And then we'll be reading in English. All right, here we go. This is Exodus chapter 12, verse 47 in the Hebrew. Call, Idah, Yasha'al, Ya'ai Shawa, Aithawa. Verse 48. Wa Kaya, Yagaiwa, Salakia, Yagaiwar, Athaka, Gar, Ma Hamawal, Lawa, Call, Zakar, Wa'az, Yai Quarab, La'ai Shataiwa, Waha Yaha. Ka'a Zaraka. Ha'arataza. Wakal. Ira. La'a. Ya'akal. Bawa. Verse 49. Y'all count up 14 for me and let me know what the 14th verse is from 47. The water. Thawara. Akkad. Salakia. Akkad. Yaha. La'a Zarak. Salakia. La'a Zarak. Walagar. 13 and 9. The water. Walagar. Hagar. Bath Wakai. Salakia. Bath Wakayim. Verse 50. Waya Aishawa. Call Banya. Yashara. Ka'ashar. Tazawaha. Yahweh. Masha. Wa'a. Aharon. Khan. Aishawa. Wa Yahaya. Salakia. Wa Yahaya. Ba'ai Taza. Hayawam. Hazaha. Hawa Taza Ya'a. Yahweh. Banya. Yasha'al. Ma'arataza. Matazarayim. All. Tazabayim. Exodus 13 and 1. Why Yadabar. Yahweh. All. Masha. Lamar. Verse 2. Kodash. Laya. Call. Bakawar. Patar. Call. Rakam. Banya. Yasha'al. Adam. Bahai Maha. Laya. Hawa'a. Verse 3. Waya. Amar. Masha. All. Ha'ayim. Zakah Wa'ar. Hayawam. Hazaha. Ashar. Ya Taza'athim. Matazarayim. Mabaya. Badayim. Kaya. Kazak. Yad. Hawa Taza Ya'ai. Yahweh. Athakam. Mazaha. Wala'a. Yayakal. Kamash. Salakia. Kamash. So like that may be incorrect. Get that together. Hayawam. Verse 4. Hayawam. Atham. Yai Taza Ayam. Bakadash. Abayab. Salakia. Bayab. Verse 5. Waha Yaha. Kaya. Yaba Yaka. Yahweh. All. Arataza. Haka Na'ai Naya. Waha Kataya. Waha Amaraya. Waha Kawaya. Waha Yaba Wasaya. Ashar. Nasha Bai'ai. Salakia. Nasha ba'ai. La'a batayaka. La'ath. No, latha, laka, orataza, zabath, kalab, wadaibash, Salakia, wadabash, wa'ai badath, ha'ai badaiha, haza'ah, baka, Salakia, ba kadash, hazaha, verse 6. Shabbat, Yamayam, the call, Mataza'ah, Wa Bayawam, Hash Baya'aya, Salaki no, Ha Shabaya'aya, Kag, Yahweh, verse 7. Matazawath, Yakal, Shabbath, Hamayam, Wala'ah, Uriah, Laka, Hamash, Wala'ah, Ya Ra'aya, Laka, Sha'ar, Bakal, Gaba Laka, verse 8. Waha Gadath, La Banka, Bayawam, Ha, Hawa'a, Lamar, Ba'ai, Salakia, Ba, I buy what, Salakia, Ba, I buy what are, Zaha, Aishaha, Yahweh, Laya, Bataza, Athia, Ma Matazarayim, verse 9. Waha Yaha Laka La'awath all Yadayaka Salaki Yadaika Wala Zaka Rowan Bayan. Interesting. I Yanayaka La Aman Thaha Yaha Thawara Yahweh Bapayaka Kaya Bayad Kazakha Hawa Tazaka Yahweh Ma Matazarayim. All right, in the English, Exodus 12 and 47 to Exodus 13 and 9. Salakia. All right, Salakia. And it says in the English, all the congregation of Israel shall keep it. This is talking about the keeping the Passover. And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee and will keep the Passover to the Lord, let all his males be circumcised. And then let him come near and keep it, and he shall be as one that is born in the land. For no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. A lot of times people think that this is talking about heathens. This is not talking about that. Like the word Gentile, the word Gentile just means nation. We've been raised in Christianity to believe that Gentile means everybody except Israelites or Jews. It's not the case. Gentile means nation. When you go into the Hebrew, when it talks about when Rebekah was pregnant with Esau and Jacob, and the prophet was telling Rebekah about the condition of her pregnancy, and also future of the children that she was giving birth to, it said that 2 nations are in thy womb, or goy, right? The word goy utilized in the New Testament is nations, right? So a Gentile doesn't always indicate that it's a nation outside of the nation of Israel. It's just nations. It's just Israel is a nation, but we are nations because we have 12 tribes, and there's, the Lord said that in multiple places. I will make you a multitude of nations, a company of nations to come out of you. Sarah, you shall give birth to nations, a multitude of nations. She only had one son, Isaac, right? So with that, you always have to go for the context. So can stranger mean somebody that's not an Israelite? Yes. But can an Israelite be a stranger? Yes. Now, I'm going to give you a quick example of what this is talking about. Say I'm raised in, say I'm raised in Shreveport, right? I was born in Shreveport. That's when my mother had me at the hospital. But then my parents moved to New Orleans. And I spend, outside of my elementary school years, I spend my middle school and high school years in New Orleans. When I come back to Shreveport, I was born there. I'm from Louisiana, but I'm a stranger in Shreveport. Why? Because I didn't spend all my life there. You understand? This is the context of when it's talking about a stranger. Because our people, we might be all black, Hispanic, Native Indian, but if we don't know you in our neighborhoods, we look at you as a stranger. And this is why in the spirit of the law, when the Lord tells the Israelites, you were strangers in Egypt, he's giving you the spirit of how to be a brother to your brother, so you don't treat your brother how our enemies treated us. It's basically what Christ said, love you one another. You understand? As you love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you hear the scriptures talk about, you were a stranger in Egypt, it's just saying, don't envy not thy oppressors and choose none of their ways. That's what it's saying, right? So this stranger right here, because a heathen cannot partake of the Passover. This is strictly for us. And how do we know that? Because it's a celebration of the Lord destroying heathens for our sake. So why would he let a heathen come in and celebrate that? What celebration can they partake of in that Passover? And that the Lord spared us and did not spare the Egyptians. He killed all their firstborn and spared our firstborn. You understand? He's about to get into that about why he did it this way. But I just want you to understand, when you see that word stranger, it's not talking about a foreigner. It's talking about a foreigner in the sense of it wasn't somebody born in that land, but they're an Israelite. And if they weren't born in the land, that would mean what? They may have not gotten circumcised. So he's given the instruction to have them circumcised to partake of the Passover. All right? Verse 49. One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourneth among you. Because we had Israelites that were merchants. They go travel across the seas, and they might go be like, ride ships and sell products, and they didn't dwell in the land of Israel. You had Israelites that dwelt in the land, that had cattle, land, would do farming and things like that. But you had some Israelites, I want to travel, I want to move around. You understand? And maybe they had children that they didn't get circumcised because they weren't in the land. So when they come back with these kids, they be like, man, who is that? Oh, that's Shabakwana. You know what I'm saying? And his rib. And they got 7 kids, but they from the tribe of Ephraim. Well, okay, but where they land at? Like, well, how come? What's up with them? How come they're not circumcised? That's how we would deal with them. Like, you ain't circumcised? That's how we would deal with it, because it was our culture. The same way, I don't know, a brother come in wearing some fake Air Forces or something, or some shoes that's fugazi. They're not the real J's. You gonna be like, what's up? What you got on your feet, bruh? That's how we are as a people. If we don't see you lined up with our culture, we gonna say something. You understand? But the Lord had what the Lord set up. This ain't like on some carnal like I'm better than you thing. It's because everybody knew they had to be in compliance with the Lord, with the Lord commanded us to do. So he's given instructions on how to handle certain situations. All right? Because nothing is just like one way. You got brothers that go and do other things. You have to have laws that are in place or protocols that are in place to be able to bring brothers in when they're not aware of what's going on. You understand? A way to get them into the body. All right? So one law shall be unto him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourns among you. Thus did all the children of Israel, as the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. The Lord always has a leader. You understand? He has a man that he deals with, and that man deals with other men, and that's how the Lord communicates to his people. The Lord is not talking to you in your head. You can talk to the Lord, but he's not talking back to you. He's not. You have to understand that. The Lord speaks through the men of God. You understand? Now, I'm not saying that, you know, there might be some times where you're like, well, what happened that one time when I was about to go to the club and, you know, something was like, don't go. And I was like, man, I ain't gonna go. And then you find out it was a shootout at the club. You're like, dang, man, something told me not to go. That was the Lord. Well, yeah, that could have been the angel of the Lord that was prompting you because they wanted to spare you to bring you into the truth. But that's not the Lord talking to you directly. You understand? Because then, you know, like I'm going to say it again. The Lord speaks through the men of God. That's it. All right? I just want to explain that because a lot of us have those experiences in life. Like, nah, I know he told me this because this happened. It's just, it's the Spirit of the Lord guiding you because he wants to spare you until you come into the understanding of the truth. The Bible says that he winks at our ignorance. When we didn't know no better, yeah, he's pushing us along. But that's not him dealing with you directly to where you can come up in here and be like, no, God talked to me. No, he don't. No, he don't. The Most High talks to Christ. Christ talks to the 7 angels. The 7 angels deal with the 7 candlesticks, which are the leaders of the schools. And that's how he communicates. That's it. All right? Just want to get that established. All right, verse 51. And it came to pass the selfsame day that the Lord did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their armies. Read that again. And it came to pass the selfsame day that the Lord did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, which is what? The land of bondage, the land of our slavery, by their armies. We left as an army. The Lord's structure of our nation is a military structure. You go into church and you see all these women and the pastor and the choir, and it's all like effeminate. That ain't how the Bible says that the Lord is a man of war. I believe that's Exodus 15:3, if I'm not mistaken. Right? The Lord is a man of war. When it says he's the Lord of hosts, he's the Lord of the heavenly armies. He is a military commander, a king, the God of all creation. But he operates in a military format. You understand? Not in an effeminate church. Oh, praise the. Has nothing to do with the Most High. That's what the pastor uses as witchcraft to get you seduced into your emotions and becoming effeminate and emptying out your pockets, especially of your aunties and your grandmothers for over 20 and 30 years while they can live lavishly off of their social security check or off of their retirement or off of their little minimum wage job. The Lord is not in that house. That's the house of Satan, man. You understand? The Lord brought them out by their armies. There's a structure to how the Lord does things. All right, 13:1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, sanctify unto me all the firstborn. This is the Lord telling Moses that all the firstborn sons, sanctify them unto me. Meaning that because he took out all the Egyptians' firstborn, all of the firstborn of Israel belong to the Lord. That's what he's saying. All right? Sanctify unto me all the firstborn. Whatsoever openeth the womb among the children of Israel, both man and a beast, it is mine. So you know how it's a law to tithe. If you're not tithing, you're sinning. It's a law to tithe. And your tithes should come to the house of the Lord, which is the ISUPK, the school of the prophets. All right? He's saying that the firstborn, every firstborn male and every firstborn of the beast belong to him. They belong to him. And now he's going to break down because he killed the Egyptians' firstborn, but he's not going to kill the firstborn of the Israelites, but he's going to show you what he wants in place of that. Because he spared us and took them out, there has to be a remembrance of this, right? He's going to go into it. And Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which you came out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage, out of slavery, right? For by strength of hand the Lord brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten. Now I'm going to ask a question. What's leavened bread? Go ahead, Art.
Leavened bread is like raw bread. It ain't all the way live.
What's leavened bread? Leavened bread.
Oh, regular bread.
How is it regular? What's your name, brother?
My name is Jared, sir.
Jared. Do you know what leavened bread is?
I do not.
Okay, no sweat. Go ahead, Art.
I mean, leavened bread, like, when it rise with the yeast.
With the what?
With the yeast.
Yeast. So you're right. It's regular bread, but why is it regular? Because of the yeast. Back, we go to the store, we so used to getting Wonder Bread, getting in the loaves already all sliced up and everything. But when in older times, even like here in America in slavery, we had to get the dough, you know what I'm saying, and make the bread. Your grandmother used to make biscuits. Right. These sisters now tell you to go to KFC to get your biscuits and choke to death if you got no drink on KFC biscuits, man. Right? But our grandmothers and foremothers, they would get the dough and they would sprinkle leaven in it because it causes the bread to rise. But because the Lord had to get us out of Egypt so quickly, we didn't have time for that. You understand? A lot of times we don't understand with the Lord. We're on his time when when we're trying to be on our time. You understand? And when we're on the Lord's time, we have to be focused and we have to follow orders. We're so used to living on our time when the Lord's time the clock is moving and things are happening. That's why it's so important to be locked in and seeking the Lord, because in order for you, the Bible says, the righteous shall scarcely be saved. We thinking about saving like it's something like when you die and go to heaven. No, it's talking about the destruction that's coming to this place. So we have to be on the Lord's time. So when he said, get that bread, no leaven, eat it flat like a tortilla, quickly, because we got to move. You understand? Double time, right? So this is why he's saying you shall eat no leavened bread, no leavened bread. When you make leavened bread, what can you do? You gotta what? Take your time. Right. It's gonna be a process. Mixing it, letting it rise, getting the dough, baking it. The leavened bread, it's no leaven, it's flat, fried quickly, take it out, eat it, and let's go. That's the spirit of it. All right, let's keep reading. This day came ye out in the month of Abib. Now, in living in American society, we think that the beginning of the year is January. That's the Roman god Janus. He looks to the future and to the past. That's why everybody gets like the New Year's resolution. They get to the end of the year, how I'm gonna change my life going forward. That come from the Roman god Janus. He had two heads, a face facing this direction and a face facing the back. And it was like for the future and to the past. And at this juncture, you figure out what you're gonna do for the future based off your past. That's not the beginning of the year for us as Israelites. The beginning for the year of us as Israelites is in the springtime. In January and December, everything is cold and is dead. But in the spring, what? Things come back to life. You start seeing the trees bud, the flowers begin to blossom. That was the beginning of months for us. And what marked the beginning of months for us was the Passover. That was our new year. Our new year began with the destruction of our enemies. So we always will remember at the beginning of our year, because why? It's the beginning of what? Our time. Right? The end of the world is Esau, but the beginning thereof is what? Jacob, us. So the beginning of our time is on God's time, when their time is over. And that's what we're all looking for, is for their time to end and our time to begin. That's why we celebrate Passover and take it so seriously. You understand? Salaki. Verse 5. And it shall be when the Lord shall bring me into the land of the Canaanites. If y'all don't know this, the land of the Canaanites used to belong to us. You know who used to rule over Canaan? I'll give y'all a chance. Who used to rule over Canaan?
Who used to rule over Canaan? Israel?
No, it wasn't Israel.
It's like a man, talking about a Pacific man.
Who used to rule over Canaan? Go ahead. What was you gonna say? Go ahead.
I was gonna say Moses.
No.
I know we fought against Canaan when we came out the wilderness. He sent us.
He's saying I'm gonna bring you into the land of Canaan. Abraham sojourned through Canaan, right, with Amalek and all that, right? Right? No. You good? I'm just want you to follow what I'm saying. Abraham sojourned. He didn't run it, right? Because who ran it? The Canaanites ran it, right? But who ran it before them? Who ruled over Canaan before they did? I'll go ahead and help y'all out. I'll help y'all out. Adam. The Garden of Eden. Canaan. It belonged to us at one point, but Adam lost rulership over that. This is why the Lord brought our people back to take it back. Because when Adam fell out of rulership, they began to occupy and divide that up and run it. You understand? All right? The Lord was always trying to bring us back to what was ours in the first place. And when because think about it, when we violated the Lord's laws, that's why it talks about in Jude when it says the angels who left their first estate. Y'all thinking about angels in heaven coming down, sleeping to the earth. No, y'all are the angels. The Israelites are the angels. Messengers. We lost our first estate. What was our first estate? Eden. And then the Lord bring us back into the land again, and then what do? We violate his commandments and his laws. He kicks us out, and we go into slavery in other places. And we forget who we are and lose our identity. And we start taking on the cultures of the people that are ruling over us and harming us. We kept doing it over and over again. He'll bring us back to the land. We mess up again. He kick us out again. And we be up under the Persians, up under the Assyrians, up under the Babylonians, up under the Greeks, up under the Romans, up under the Americans, up under the Africans who sold us to the Americans because we don't be faithful to our God. Yeah. Our condition is because of our disobedience and not making our culture the most important thing to us. Like how you love a woman. You see when we like, man, she bad. That's why it says love wisdom like how you love a woman. You're supposed to love the truth. That's supposed to be your first wife. This truth, this knowledge. And it said if you love her, she'll make you wise and put a crown on your head. Yeah. Salaki, okay. So let's keep going. Where we at? Verse, where I leave off at?
Verse 5, sir.
Verse 5, okay. And it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanites and of the Hittites and of the Amorites and of the Hivites and the Jebusites, which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee. He made that promise with Abraham. He made that covenant with Abraham for rulership, to give back what Adam lost. That was the whole point. All right? A land flowing with milk and honey, that thou shalt keep this service in this month. So he's laying down the culture, like how the people celebrate Christmas, Easter, and all these pagan holidays. He's giving us our culture, the things that we do to be in service to him. All right? Verse 6, 7 days shalt thou eat unleavened bread, and in the seventh day shall be a feast unto the Lord. Right? It's the feast of unleavened bread. Verse 7, unleavened bread shall be eaten 7 days, and there shall no leavened bread be seen with thee, meaning that we can't have any yeast even in our house. We got to get all the yeast, any yeast products out of the house for 7 days, and all we can eat is like what you want to call like tortillas, flatbread with no leaven, tortilla chips, things like that for 7 days. You know what I'm saying? All right? And there shall neither be any leaven seen with thee in all thy quarters, meaning in all thy dwelling places, nowhere in your house, nowhere where you dwell at, any leaven at all. This is our law and our culture. All right? Salaki. All right. And verse 8, and thou shalt show thy son in that day, saying, this is done because of that which the Lord did unto me when I came forth out of Egypt. Because when we start having, like, think about it, we get out of Egypt, we get out of slavery, the Lord's bringing us into our land. Now we're moving as an army, as a nation. We're not moving as an enslaved and people that are in bondage. You know, slaves, they only think about their survival, right? Because everybody's under pressure, and it's like everybody's is boxed in, and it's like I gotta do me. I gotta get it how I live. That's what we say as black people, right? Because we're under bondage. But we can't come out of slavery with that mentality, because a nation has to move together. You understand what I'm saying? We got to move together as one. So I can't think about me first. I got to think about my brother first. Is he good? Is he tawab? Is he straight? Or do we have the same mind? Does he have an issue with me? I got to go to him and make sure that we're straight, so we can have the same spirit. You understand? And once we came out as a nation, think about it. We're going to have these customs and cultures, and our kids are going to be like, why are we doing this? Right? And it's crazy how in Christianity, right? I remember it was something about someone, I think it was Captain Yadazak telling me a story about a daughter. She was cutting a turkey a certain way, right? like cutting the legs off and putting it in the oven. And they were like, why do you cut the turkey that way? She's like, I don't know, my mama did it. Okay, and then she went and asked her mama, why you do that way? I don't know, my grandmama did it, right? Didn't understand why they're keeping this way of preparing the turkey, right, for Thanksgiving, whatever have you, which is a wicked holiday. But when they went and go ask to find out from the grandmother, she say, oh, because we had a small oven and the turkey couldn't fit in there that size, so I would cut the legs off. But they kept the tradition, not even knowing why. Like, they had a bigger oven, they didn't have to do it no more. But they just kept doing it, not knowing why. You understand? And a lot of times with Christianity and the things that we believe, we just follow it because our parents did it. But kids are always what? Curious. Kids gonna be like, well, how come we doing this? Why are we doing that? And the Lord has given us instructions on how to communicate to our children why we did it. Why are we doing this? Because the Lord brought us up out of slavery. These people that we've destroyed and now we're ruling over, they had us in slavery. And the Lord brought us up out of this. That's why we do this, because we don't ever want to be in that position again. The Lord brought us up out of this, and now we're going to keep these traditions so we stay in this position. But now listen, you have to communicate that to your children, because why? They might start seeing the other nations like, oh, I'm cool with Aiden. He plays hockey. I like hockey. Ain't nothing wrong with hockey. Ain't nothing wrong with skateboarding. We the best at everything. Whatever we want to do, we could do it. But now you start seeing the other nations who are doing that thing, and your kids become friends with them. Right? They start learning some of their ways. So you have to put that in your children's mind to know who you are. That you're not like everybody else. You're Kodash. You're holy. You're separated. You can be at peace and do business with them. Right? We don't break the peace unless the peace is broken. We're not out to harm nobody. You understand? You got to be like, oh, I'm out to. No, you got to have that spirit. But you got to remember that you have a culture that you have to keep. If you don't, he'll put them over you and over your kids and your kids' kids. And we'll be in hell forever. That's why we have to remember these things. All right? What verse was that, Yaraj? All right. And thou shalt show thy son in that day, saying, this is done because of that which the Lord did unto me when I came forth out of Egypt. Verse 9. And it shall be for a sign unto thee upon thy hand, and for a memorial between thine eyes. Now, what does that mean? A sign upon my hand and a memorial between thine eyes. What's between your eyes? Huh?
You know?
He talking about your right. He said your nose. That's heavy. No, ain't no third eye. Well, we don't say that, but I understand what you're saying. Your third eye is your mind. That's all. You just say it's your mind. You gotta say use that term third eye. It's your mind. It's when you close your eyes. If I say can you picture a black horse on green grass, you can see it. You understand? It's just your mind. We don't say that third eye stuff, but it's your mind. So he says you're gonna keep it as a sign in your hands, meaning that what? It's when we rehearse the righteous acts, we do it with our hands. And we remember to do it what? With our minds, as a memorial. Memorial it's my memory. Because when we keep a memorial, we're doing it every year to remember, to keep it in our heads. So we what? Don't forget. You understand? All right. But now let me tell you what the Amalekites, the so-called Jewish man with the imposters, what they do. They'll go ahead and tie a small little baby Torah to their forehead and wrap it around their head with it. You know what I'm saying? And put stuff on their wrist. Oh, I'm keeping it as a sign on my hand and a sign between my eyes. Taking the Bible literally. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know that the spirit that's in our culture is the spirit of God. It's the spirit of black people, man. It's like going to a battle rap concert or battle rap battle and taking what they say literally. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's metaphors and analogies of things that we understand. That's how the Lord communicate with us. But when you see the oppressor or the Amalekite, the imposters, with the thing wrapped around their head or putting wrapping the leather around their wrist, it's because you can tell this is not your book. You're showing me this ain't your book. Okay? Salaki. Let's keep it going. Verse 9. For a memorial between thine eyes, that the Lord's law may be in thy mouth. For with a strong hand hath the Lord brought thee out of Egypt. Now, I asked you something earlier, Itazab, about the hand. Right? We talking about James, the book of James, right? Now, I'm going to ask you. It said the Lord brought them out with a strong hand. What does that mean? Anybody can try to answer it, but what does it mean based on what we talked about earlier?
Brought him out of strong work. Like, brought him out of, I know he said hands.
So you said strong what?
Work.
Works?
Work.
What were the works? You're correct, but what were the works? This is a twofold answer, okay? Okay, he brought them out of Egypt. Now, was Pharaoh just going to let them go? No. Go ahead. No, okay, hold on. He wasn't going to just let them go, right? So how did the Lord force that to happen? Through what? Go ahead.
I was going to say what you said earlier. He said Exodus 51, through war. Like, he put plague on.
The what?
Plague.
Plagues. Those were the works. The rivers turning to blood. The frogs, the lice, the grasshoppers eating up all their crops, the hail with the fire coming down. It was through the works, through the plagues, but it's twofold. Because why? The hand it was the works, but who did he do it through?
I know he used Moses.
And who else? Moses and
I didn't want to say Aaron. But
you need to say Aaron.
Right,
I mean, what you want to say? Why didn't you want to say?
I wasn't sure. It's like it.
Well, you need to be sure then, because it was Moses and Aaron. Meaning what? That he brought them out with a strong hand. Why? Because he empowered Moses and Aaron. Moses specifically. Aaron. That's what General Mark was saying in the video. That we will be instead of you a God. Meaning that we will function in the place of God. Meaning that we will give you instruction as a power, as an authority. You understand? Okay. So when it said through a strong hand of God, he's talking about because he empowered Moses to do this task, to bring the children of Israel out. And Moses empowered Aaron. And then through the plagues, through those works, that happened. That's the hand. Okay? Because the Most High is on his throne. And he's given instructions to Moses. And because Moses follows those orders, he's the hand of God. Commander General Yohana is the hand. In this time. Okay? All right. Let's get the next 14. Salakia. I need to speed this up. Salakia. Not speed up Salakia. I don't mean like that way. All right, let's go to, we're going to do the next 14. Hey, count it out for me and let me know when you get it. Okay. All right, we're going to verse 10 in the Hebrew. Salakia. Washah Marath Hakak. Salakia. Hakah. Salakia. Ha-ka Kwaha Hazah La Mawai Salakia La Mawaidaha 14 and what?
14 and 1.
The water. That's perfect. Mayat Ma Yamayam Yamaya, verse 11. Waha Yaha Kaya Yabaayaka Yahweh all or Ratazah Haka Na'ainaya Ka'ashar Nasha Ba'ai Laka Wala Abaithaya Ka Salakia Wana Thanaya Laka, verse 12. Waha Ibar Salakio. Wa Ha'ai Bara. Call Patar Rakam Yahweh Wakal Patar Shagar, Baha Maha, Ashar, Yahayaha, Laka, Hazakarayim, Yahweh. Verse 13, Wakal, Patar, Kamar. Kamar. Shout out to Kamar. The Pa Daha. Bashar, Wa'aim, La'a, Thapa daha. Wa I rapathawa. Wakal. Baka wara. Adam. Ba banaya ka. Thapa daha. Wahayaha. Kaya. Yasha. Salakia. Ya sha. Salakia. Ya sha'alaka. Banka. Banayaka. Salakia. Ma kahar. Lamar. Maha. Za'ath. Wa'a Marath. Layawa. Ba Kazak. Ya'ad. Hawa Taza Ya Ha Wa Taza Ya'a Nawa. Yahweh. Ma Matazarayim. Ma Baya. I Badayim. Verse 15. Waha Waya Haya Kaya. Hakwa Shaha. Pa Ra'aya. La Shalaka Nawa. Waya Harag. Salakia. Yahweh. Call. Bakawar. Barataza. Matazarayim. Mabakar. Adam. Wa'aid. Bakawar. Baha Maha. All. Khan. Anaya. Zabak. Yahweh. Call. Patar. Rakam. Hazakarayim. Wakal. Bakawar. Banya. Apa Daha. Salakia. Padaya. Yeah. Verse 16. Waha Yaha. Lawa. All. Yadayaka. No, Yad Dika. Salakia. Wa Lata. Wata. Pat. Ban. Ba Yawan. Or Bayan. It's crazy. I Yanayaka. Kaya. Ba Kazak. Yad. Hawa Tazayo Wanayawa. Yahweh. Ma Matazarayim. Verse 17. Wa Yahaya. Ba Shalak. Para'ai. Ha'ayim. Wala'a. Nacham. Alahayim. Durak. Aratazar. Palashath. Kaya. Korab. Hawa'a. Kaya. Amar. Alahayim. Pan. Yanakayim. Ha'ayim. Bara'aythim. Ma Laka. Maha. Wa Shabaiwa. Matazarai. Salakia. Matazaraya. Maha. Matazaraya. No, Matazaraya. Ma. Right. Verse 18. Wa Yeshab. Alahayim. Ha'ayim. Durak. Ha Madabar. Yam. Sawap. Wa Kamayat Salakia. Wa Mashayim. Ailawa Banya Yashara'al Ma'aratazar Salakia Ma'tazarayim, verse 19. Wa Yakwak Masha Ah I Taza Mawa Yawasa I Mawa Kaya Ha Shaba'ai Ha Shaba'aya Ha Shabayai Salakia Ha Shabayai Ah Banya Yasha'al Lamar Hey, Salakia, y'all. I don't know what just happened, but we back. We about to get back to it. Let me know if it's coming back up. If y'all can see me, just put a 1 in the chat. If y'all can hear me, I don't know what just happened. That was, amen. Most High in Christ. But we back. Okay, Salakia, we get back to it. Okay. Yeah. Let me get back to it. Where's you at? Okay. Athakam Waha. Yeah, the water, sir. The water, sir. Shalom Shabbat, sir. The water. And all right. Athakam Waha I Laya Salakio. Waha I Layatham Ath I Taza Mataya Mazah Athakam. Verse 20. Waya Sa'aiwa Masar Masakath Waya Kanaiwa But Ba'atham Bakwa Tazaha Ha Madabar. Verse 21. Yahweh Halak La Pinya La Pinyaham Yawa Ya Salaki Ya wa my Salaki Yawa Mum Ba'ai Mawad Ainan Lana Kathayim Hadarak Wala Yalaya Ba'ai Mawad Ash Laha Ayar Laham La Lakath Yawam Wala Yalaya. Verse 22. La'a Yamai Salaki Ya Mayash I Mawad Ha'ai Nan Yawamam Wa'ai Mawad Hayash La Ya La Yala La Pinya Haimam, excuse me. Exodus 14:1. Waya Dabar Yahweh Al Mashah Lamar. So we had left off at what? 9, right? So in the English, Exodus 13:10 to Exodus 14:1. Thou shalt therefore keep this ordinance in his season from year to year. Y'all ever heard of like city ordinances? You know what I'm saying? Like where you got to keep your grass at a certain height. You can't have certain, you can't have a vehicle without a registration plate in your driveway. This is the ordinance that the Lord gave us to keep this memorial, all right? From year to year. And it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanites, as he sware unto thee, into thy fathers, and shall give it to thee. Thou shalt set apart unto the Lord all that openeth the matrix. The matrix is talking about the womb. So meaning the women of our nation, also dealing with the livestock as well. All right. And go ahead.
You said the womb as in the woman.
The matrix is the womb. I mean, but not just the womb of a woman. It's also, livestock, cattle. You know what I'm saying? Goats, sheep, so on and so forth. You understand?
What world did they trans from like the matrix?
I don't know about how the world take it as far as the matrix. You know what I'm saying? But it's the womb. Let me tell you, as far as our culture, you know what I mean? It's the womb. All right. And every firstling that cometh of a beast, right? So he's talking about the woman and the beast, all right? Which thou hast, the males shall be the Lord's, meaning that the firstborn, what he said earlier, the firstborn of the children of Israel and the firstborn of all the beasts belong to the Lord. This is in relation to the judgment and the plague, the last plague that he put on Egypt, which was to kill the firstborn of all their males and of all their animals, from Pharaoh's house down to the servant that was locked up in prison. All their firstborn died, and all the animals' firstborn as well. So now the Lord is saying, he spared us and took their firstborn out. So now every year as a memorial, we dedicate our firstborn to him. Does that make sense? As a reminder. You know what I mean? That the firstborn belonged to me. All right? And every firstling of every ass thou shalt redeem with the lamb. Right? And if thou wilt not redeem it, then thou shalt break his neck. And all the firstborn of man among the children shalt thou redeem. So what does it mean to redeem? What is the Lord saying? To do what? You said to take back?
Like shake back, like redeem yourself, like you did back.
Oh, you said shake back. I thought you said take back.
I did the first time.
You said take back? That's the right spirit of it. Meaning this. The Lord took out the Egyptians, but he's saying every firstborn belongs to me. So how do you redeem it? You get to get a lamb and do a sacrifice. You got to kill something to save the other thing. Is that translating, y'all? So this is what he just said. He said, I'm going to read it again. And every firstling of an ass thou shalt redeem with the lamb. Meaning that he's saying all these are mine. So the only way for you to redeem that ass is to kill a lamb. He said, if you're not going to redeem it, break its neck, kill it. This is how our power works. This is how our power works. If I gotta save you, something gotta die. Yeah, he's a terrible power, but he's given a way to, you know what I mean. So now for all the firstborn sons, something gotta go for them to live, because they're mine. You understand? Us belonging to the Lord is a life or death situation. And it's a thin line. I hope y'all understand. I hope I'm conveying the spirit of this, the power that we serve. You understand? He's a serious power. He's not what they portray in Christianity. He's very to the line. You know, as Captain Kyle would say, he's not 50-50. It is or it ain't. All right? Let's go. Verse 14. And it shall be when thy son ask thee in time to come, saying, what is this? That thou shalt say unto him, by strength of the hand of the Lord brought us out from Egypt, from the house of slavery, from the house of bondage. And it came to pass when Pharaoh would hardly let us go, that the Lord slew all the firstborn of the land of Egypt, both the firstborn of man and of the firstborn of the beast. Therefore I will sacrifice to the Lord all that openeth the matrix, being males, but all the firstborn of my children I redeem. So what is the Lord saying they belong to me? What does that mean when he say that? They got to get taken out. They're mine. As a reminder. Now listen, he said, but you could, I guess in ash you could spare it. I guess you could spare it with a lamb. Mm-hmm. But for the sons of Israel, the children, the firstborn of Israel, if you're a firstborn son, your father would have had to kill a lamb to redeem you, for you to live. Now, I'm going to say it again. The Lord required death because the firstborn belonged to him. So the only way for you to live is if he did what? Kill a lamb. So when John the Baptist saw Christ, what did he say? Behold the Lamb of God. To save the world. Not the earth, but the Israelites. This is a scripture letting you know that Christ didn't die for everybody. Because the only people that he's redeeming is who? The children of Israel. You understand? You understand? I pray you understand. All right? All right. Let's keep reading. But all the firstborn of my children I redeem, and it shall be for a token upon thy hand, and for frontlets between thine eyes. That's why I told you the Jewish man will tie some stuff around his hand and put the little, looking like a goofy, and tie the little thing on in his forehead. That's not the spirit of this. What he's talking about is what? That you're going to remember this in your mind, and you're going to remember this in the works that you do. All right? And doing what? Rehearsing the righteous acts. All right? All right, let's go. For by strength of hand the Lord brought us forth out of Egypt. And, you know, when he says for by strength of hand, that's also a reminder that his power lies in who he chose to lead. He chose this man Moses to lead, and his power was with him. And if we obey the things that he commands Moses, then his power is with us. Emmanuel, God being with us, the power being with us. You understand? But it's only in rank and order and structure. Outside of that, you don't have no power. You don't have no strength. You have to remember, by strength of hand, the Lord brought us out of Egypt. Meaning what? By rank, order, and structure. He chose a leader. If he gave that power and authority to that leader gave power and authority to whoever who he chose by giving us the orders and instructions. And if we do that, we get out of slavery. And the Lord is doing it again with commanding General Yohana. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Not saying that commanding General Yohana is Moses, but he is the leader that the Lord chose in this time under Christ. All right. Verse 17. And it came to pass when Pharaoh had let the people go, that God led them not through the way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near. For God said, lest peradventure the people repent. What does that mean? That they repent, and when they see war, that they return to Egypt. What is that saying? This is a heavy scripture right here. You know what this scripture is? This scripture is for students, young men, and troopers. Not even troopers, students and young men. I'll say that. Everything that ISUPK does comes out of our records. I'll read it again. And it came to pass, this is what we tell our children when they ask, why are we doing these things? He's saying what to tell your sons and your family. Mainly the sons, because the Lord deals with the men. Right? And it came to pass when Pharaoh had let the people go that God led them not through the way of the land of the Philistines. What does that mean? What it means is that had they came up out of Egypt immediately and went to the Philistine territory, it's on sight. A slave just coming up out of slavery, he ain't ready for that. He ain't ready for war yet. No matter how strong you think he is, you're not ready. And what happens is, it says, lest when they see that battle, they run back to slavery. Looking for safety in slavery. You run back to your demons. You run back to the things you used to do because you wasn't ready for that war. So the Lord don't bring you through the straight conflict right away. What he does is he lets you do your 90 days. He brought them through another way to give them time to do what? To learn the structure, to learn the order, to learn how things go. You don't just put out a sword and start trying to swing. You're going to run your behind back to the bondage. He brought them through another way to give them time to learn the rank, structure, and order, to learn our culture and our identity, our traditions, to make us become a nation again. Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. Gather yourselves together before the great and terrible day of the Lord, before the day of judgment, before the day of war. Get your mind right. I'm going to give you time to get built up. So when it is time for war, I can be with you. But the Lord can't be with you right when he brings you out of slavery. Why? Because you have the mind of a slave. You don't have the mind of a free man. You have the mind of a slave. And if they saw that battle too fast, they run it right back to Egypt. The Lord is wise. You got to be wise in realizing that you're foolish. If you can say, I'm foolish, I don't know nothing, then you can become wise. If you empty out your cup, you empty it out, you can be poured into. But if you come in with something, you can't use that. You can't pour new wine into old wine bottles. You got to pour new wine into new wine bottles. You got to empty yourself out and follow the Lord. The Lord know what he's doing. The Lord got a program. Commander Yohana got a program. All you got to do is follow the program. Salaki, I got to take this real quick. Hold on. Hey, shalom in Christ. Hey, I'm teaching Sabbath service right now, but I'm glad you called, and I'm glad that he allowed you to call. I just want to tell you, bro, I love you, okay? And Zoe told me what you said, bro, and that's exactly what it is. You understand? I said, Zoe told me what you told her, and that's exactly what it is. It's not true. It's not true, and we're battling, okay? And just be patient. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Judah, can you hear me? Judah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, you got a lot of wind. Listen, I just want to tell you that I love you. Tell Kasai that I love her, and just be patient. In due time, we're gonna see each other again. All right. All right. I'm teaching Sabbath service right now, bro. But listen, I'm gonna tap in with him to have you call me every weekend. And, give us some time, and we'll be able to see each other again. Okay. I just want to let you know I love you and I'm proud of you, bro. Like I said, don't worry about none of that stuff. Okay. All right. No sweat, man. Shalom on the Christ. All right. Love you. Shalom. All right. What verse was we at?
It was
19? No, it's 18. You're
18,
right.
18.
Yeah. But God led the people about through the way of the wilderness of the Red Sea. And the children of Israel went up, harnessed out of the land of Egypt. Verse 19. And Moses took the bones of Joseph with him. That was a prophecy. That because Joseph had commanded not to leave his bones in Egypt. He spent all that time in Egypt, but he wanted his bones to be buried in the land that the Lord promised. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. You got a question?
Just cause, like, what was it?
No, it's not about it. Listen, remember, Christianity always makes things spooky. It's not about what it would do. It's the fact that it's like the Lord used what Joseph went through ultimately to deliver the children of Israel from a famine. The Lord set all that up by Joseph getting sold into slavery and being raised in Egypt to put Joseph in a position of power. The same way with Esther, we just did Purim. The Lord set up Esther to be in a position of power to be able to save our people. You understand? So that go ahead.
So he used him like a martyr.
I don't want to. Martyr means death. So Joseph didn't die. He didn't die like in that sense. But I get what you're saying. You mean the spirit of what you're saying is he used him as he put him in a position to where his life was at risk, but for the sake of others. Yes, and that's brotherhood. Christ said that no greater love hath the man than he who would lay down his life for his friends. That's the greatest love that you can have in Europe is that brotherhood. And even though at the time Joseph didn't understand it, that's what was going on. He just like, I was betrayed by my brothers. I'm over here with these Egyptians, but I see the Lord is still with me, and He's giving me power. And at the end, when he see his brothers, and the famine happened, then he realizes that the Lord did all this to save his family. The Lord had given him dreams and things like that, but he didn't understand it all the way. You know what I mean? So it came out at the end. But I'm saying to say, though, he spent the majority of his life living amongst heathens as an Egyptian. So he's like, listen, when I die, do not leave my bones here. Take my bones with you. Meaning that I'm not an Egyptian. Don't leave me here. Don't leave my remains here. Take my bones to where the promise of my forefathers was going to be, which is Canaan. When y'all take it, which will become what? The land of Israel, right? Take my bones with y'all. Don't leave me. Don't leave my bones here. You know what I mean? Our culture was to not necessarily our culture was to have what you want. It's kind of like in Louisiana. They have mausoleums, like crypts. That's what we did. We would have crypts or where we would bury the bones of our forefathers. So he's like, take me with y'all. That's pretty much all he's saying. You know what I mean? And they're following that command. All right. So Moses took the bones of Joseph with him, for he had straitly sworn the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you. This is a prophecy. This is Joseph saying he's going to visit you, and he shall carry up my bones away hence with you. Meaning that he's saying, you're here in Egypt right now, but the Lord's going to come and visit you and take you up out of here. And when he does, take my bones with you. All right. Verse 20. And they took their journey from Succoth and encamped in Etham, in the edge of the wilderness. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud, and led them the way by night in a pillar of fire, to give them light to go by day and night. So they would be marching at nighttime, or they set up camp at night, and it would be a pillar of fire above them, giving them light. The Lord basically, that's deep. Like imagine like a drone, a big old huge drone with lights, and we out in the dark in the wilderness or someplace, and this thing's just hovering above us, so we're able to see what's going on, and we can see out ahead. And then in the daytime, it'd be a cloud. And so when the sun is beaming in the wilderness, we have shade. That's how much care the Lord had for us as a people. You dig what I'm saying? He was making sure that we were straight, watching over us. All right? Verse 21. And the Lord went by before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light. So wherever the cloud or the pillar of fire went, that direction started to move, we knew to follow it. So we weren't out there just lost, right? And he took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people, meaning that he didn't leave us. You know what I'm saying? We're out here in this unknown territory, but he that was the reminder that he hadn't left us, that he was there. He's watching over us. But like most niggas, you know what I'm saying? We find a way to be ungrateful. All right, you know what I'm saying? Verse 14. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying. Now I think we got, if I'm not mistaken, So okay, now we're going to 23, I believe. So let's get the next 14. Verse 2. Yeah, I'm supposed to be done by now. Actually, I'm gonna read the rest of it. I'm gonna read all 23 because we gotta get done. It's 150. I was going too much into the teaching. Debar all Banya Yasha'ala why Yeshabaiwa why Yakai Noah Salakia why Yakai Noah La Pinya Paya Ha Kayara Bayan Magadal Wa Bayan Hayam La Pinya Ba'ayo Tazapan Na Kakai Salakia Na Kakaiwa Bakai Nawa Al Hayam. Verse 3. Wa'amar Para'aya Labinya Yasha'al Na Bakayam Ham Ba'arataza Sagar Ila Yaham Hamadabar. Verse 4. Waka Zakaktaya Ah Lab Paraha Wa Radai Wa Rada Ah Karaiham Wa Ah Kaba Daha Ba Paraaya Wa Bakal Ka Yalawa Wa Yadaiwa Matazarayim Kaya Anaya Yahweh Waya Aishawa Khan. Verse 5. Wa Yagad Lamalak Matazarayim Kaya Barak Hayam Waya Haparak Salakia Wa Yahai Paka Lab Paraha Wa'ai Badayawa All Hayam Waya Amirawa Maha Za'ath I Shanayawa Kaya Shalak Nawa Ath Yasha'al Ma'ai Badainawa. Verse 6. Waya Asar Ah Raka Bawa Wa'ath Aimawa Laquak I Mawa. Verse 7. Waya Quakak. No, Waya Quak. Waya Quak. Shisha. Ma'aiwa Rakab Bakar Bakar, Baka War, Baka War, Wakal, Rakab, Matazarayim, Wa Shalakia, Wa Shalishim, Io, Kalawa, verse 8, Wa Yakazak, Wa Yakazak, Yahweh, Lab, Haraha, Malak, Matazarayim, Wa Yarada, Akaraya, Banya, Yasha'al, Wa Banya, Yasha'al, Ya Taza Ayim, Bayad, Ramah, verse 9, Wa Ya Radai Pawa, Matazarayim, Akarayim, Wa Yashai Yagam, Salakia, Wa Yashai Yagaiwa, Awatham, Kanayim, All, Hayam, Hall, Sawas, Rakab, Parahai, Wapa Rashayawa, Waka Yalaiwa, Io, Paya, Ha Karaya, La Pinya, Baal, Taza Pan. Verse 10, Wa Paraya, Ha Karayo, Wa Yashai Owa, Banya, Ya Shara'al, I Yanayo Hum, Waha Naha, Matazarayim, Nasa'ai, Aka Rahayim, Wa Yara Ra'aiwa, Ma'ad, Wa Yataza Ai Plewa, Banya, Yasha'al, All, Yahweh. Verse 11, Waya Imarawa, All, Masha, Hama Balaya, Ayan, Kwabai Rayum, Ba Salakia, Ba Matazarayim, Lakwa Kathainawa, La Mawad, Ba Madabar, Ma'ad, Za'ad, I Shayat, La Nawa, La Hawa Taza Ya'ai Nawa, Ma Tazarayim, verse 12, Ha La'a, Zaha, Ha Dabar, Ashar, Da Borainawa, Al Yaka, Ba Matazarayim, Lamar, Hadal, Ma Manawa, Wa Na'ai Badaya, Matazarayim, Kaya, Tawab, La Nawa, Ibad, Matazarayim, Mathai Nawa, Ba Madabar, verse 13, Wayamar, Masha, All, Hayam, All, Thaya Ra'aiwa, Ha Thaya Taza Baiwa, Wa Ra'aiwa, Ya Shawa Aitha, Salaki, Ya Shawayat, Yahweh, Ashar, Ya Ai Shahar, Lakam, Hayawam, Kaya, Ashar, Ra'ayatayim, Matazarayim, Hayawam, La'a, Thasa Yapaiwa, La Ra'aitham, Iwad, Iwalam. Verse 14, Yahweh, Yalaikam, Lakam, Wa'atham, Bakai Raish, Salakia, Bakai Rayashawan. Verse 15, Wayamar, Yahweh, All, Masha, Ma'a, the Taza Salakia, the Taza Ike, the Taza Ike, no, the Taza Ak, the Taza Ike, No, Taza. Taza Ike. Taza Ike. Taza Ike. Aliyah, Dabar, All, Banya, Yasha'al, Waya, Sa'aiwa. Verse 16. Wa'ata, Haram, Ah, Mataka, Mataka, Wana, Taha, Ah, Yadayaka, All, Hayam, Wa, Bakwa, Aihawa, Wa, Yabai, Owa, Banya, Yash'al, Ba, Thawaka, Hayam, Ba, Yabai Shaha. Verse 17. Wa, Anayo, Salakio, Wa, A, Naya, Ha, Na, Naya, Ma, Kazak, A, Lab, Matazarayim, Wa, Yabai Owa, Aka, Rayam, Wa, A, Kabad, Ha, Ba, Para'a, Wa, Bakal, Kha, Yalaiwa, Ba, Rakai, Bawa, Wa, Bapa, Shayawa. Verse 18. Waya, Da'aiwa, Matazarayim, Kaya, Anaya, Yahweh, Baha, Kabaidaya, Ba, Para'ai, Ba, Rakai, Bawa, Wa, Bapa, Rashayawa. Verse 19. Excuse me?
24, right?
No, we're going to 23. Excuse me? What are you saying?
Oh, I'm used to 24 voices you doing there?
I'm finishing everything right now. Waya, Sa'ai, Malak. You said it's at 23, right?
You did 14 and 3 is 42. 14 times 3 is 42. So you did 15 and 14, the 15 is you had 42. Right? So if you scripture, you did chapter 14 verse 17. Right?
14 and 14 is 28.
Times 3 would be 42.
I'm only done 2 sets of 14. Right now is
We're in the third set. Third set would be in chapter 14 verse 15. You did,
nah, because what's 14? Okay, this is the third set of 14, ain't it?
yeah, so you did 17, verse 17 would
I'm
be.
going to 23. That's the end of it. That's 49. Yeah, so you getting confused. We can do that at the end, but you getting confused right now. Waya, Sa'ai, Malak, Ha Alahayim, Ha Alak, Lapinya, Makah, Naha, Yasha'al, Wayalak, Ma, Akairayim, Waya. All you gotta do, listen, to verify it, look, hey, y'all stop, Shemai, hold your peace. Listen, all you gotta do is just, I put in the title what it is, so just go from 47 to 23, count it out. No, go right now, count it out, see if it's 49. That's all. If I made a mistake, then you just let me know from the count out. Go, so just, don't do it in your head. Just count, let him count from 47 all the way down to 23 and see if that's 49. All right. Waya, Sa'ai, I, Mawad, Ha'ai, Nawad. Hey, listen, just do a silent count and give me the number. Y'all keep talking. Come on, man. It's a simple order. Mapa, Na'aiham. Wa, Ya'ai, Wa, Ya'ai, Mad. Ma, Aka, Rayam. Wa, Yabaya. Bayan. Maka, Ma, Kanaya. Matazarayim. Wa, Bayan. Maka, Naha. Yasha'al. Wa Yahaya. Ha Salakia. Ha I no Ha I Nan. Ha I Nan. Wa Haka Shaka. Salakia. No. Wa Ha Kashak. What'd y'all come up with? 49? It's 7 times 7. Is it 23? Okay. All right. Wa Ya'ar. Ah. Ha la yalaha. Wala'a. Horab. Zaha. All. Zaha. Call. Hala yala. Verse 21. Wayat. Masha. Ah. Yadaiwa. All. Hayam. Wa. Yalak. Yahweh. Ah. Hayam. Ba. Rawak. Quadayim. I. Zaha. Call. Hala. Yala. Wa. Yeshayim. Ah. Hayam. La. Charabaha. Wa. Yabai Kwa Ayub. Salakia. Wa. Yabai Kwa Aywa. Hamayam. Verse 22. Waya Bawa Banya Yasha'al Bathawa Hayam Baya Bashaya Wahamayam Laham Kamai Maya Nahum. Salakia. Wa Mashai. Salakia. Wa Ma Shamam Alayim. Verse 23. Why Yorad. Salakia. Wa Yorad Hawa Matazarayim. Waya Ba'aiwa. I Karayam. Call. Sawas, Haraha, Rakaibawa, Wapa, Rashaiwa, all, Thawak, Hayam. All right. So Exodus 14:2 to verse 23. Speak unto the children of Israel that they turn and encamp before Pi Hirath between Migdal and the sea over against Baal Saban. Before it ye shall encamp by the sea. So they're coming out of Egypt. He tells them to camp by the sea, which is like imagine like a beach. All right. For Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, they are entangled in the land, and the wilderness hath shut them in. Meaning when he sees us camped at the beach, there's no way out to get around. So he's basically like they trapped. They boxed in. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and he shall follow after them. Now the Lord has destroyed all his firstborn, destroyed his economy, destroyed their nation, and all their animals and everything. And he said, I'm going to harden Pharaoh's heart and make him come after y'all, because he's going to feel like I'm going to get my last bit of vengeance, you know what I'm saying, because y'all trapped. All right? And he said, I will harden Pharaoh's heart that he shall follow after them, and I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all his host. Now think about that. You ever hear when people get in the church or they get in the war, they say, I just want to honor God? How they say that? The Lord's saying, I will get honor upon Pharaoh, meaning that I'm about to set him up and destroy him, and that's how I'm going to get my honor. You go with, like you saw like when Javante was fighting Roach and all that, the honor is the win. You understand? How can you honor God if you're losing? If you're a drug addict, if you're falling to these women and having sex with women and throwing them away, how is the Lord honoring your warfare? You're not warfaring. You're losing. Everything that comes into your life is defeating you. You're not honoring God because you go in church and sing and cry to him. You know what I'm saying? The honor is in you coming out as a winner by battling your demons and overcoming them. That's why Christ says, to him who overcomes, will I give power over the nations, to rule them with a rod of iron. He wants you to be a ruler. But if you can't rule yourself, then how can he give you any power? No, not over the nations. If you can't even rule over you. You can't even rule over yourself about, where you put your rod at. You got to have that white woman. No, you ain't getting no power because you even have power over yourself. My point is that the Christian church it feminizes men to think that honoring God is through singing and shaking a tambourine, making you into something other than the Spirit of the Lord. Yes, brother. Yes, exactly. The Lord, the Spirit of God and the Holy Spirit is a spirit of courage. It's a spirit of war. To eliminate anything that goes against the will of God. You understand? So I'm just showing you that he says, I will get honor upon Pharaoh, meaning that I'm going to get the respect from, because it ain't about Pharaoh no more, because Pharaoh's destroyed, but it's about what the other nations that hear about this is going to say, like, good night. The God of heaven and earth, the God of Israel, is with the Israelites to get honor to his name. The honor that he gets to his name is in the destruction of his enemies. All right? Not in people falling out on the floor and shaking. All right? Salaki. All right. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart that he shall follow after them, and I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all the host, that the Egyptians may know that I am the Lord. And they did so. And it was told to the king of Egypt that the people fled, and the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants was turned against the people. And they said, why have we done this, that we have let Israel go from serving us? Good night. And he made the chariots, and he made ready his chariot, and took his people with him. And he took 600 chosen chariots, and all the chariots of Egypt, and captains over every one of them. So he's coming out in full warfare, like we about to get at him. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued after the children of Israel. And the children of Israel went out with a high hand. But the Egyptians pursued after them, all the horses and chariots of Pharaoh and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them, encamping them by the sea. All right. By the sea, hold on. And when Pharaoh drew near, and where's that? What verse was that? Right. Encamping them by the sea beside Paharoth before Baal-zephon. And when Pharaoh drew near, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them, and they were sore afraid. And the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord. And they said unto Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? So now they shook, man. They see that the people are terrified because they see the army of Egypt, the entire army of Egypt coming after them, man. You dig what I'm saying? So it had to be a horrible thing to see. Women and children, they screaming and crying, and the men is like, dang, what we gonna do, right? We got the sea to the back of us. We ain't got nowhere to set up. Like, we trapped, all right? And when the Pharaoh drew near unto the children of Israel, lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them, and they were sore afraid, and the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord. And they said unto Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die? Hast thou taken us away to die? So now they saying, like, you brought us out here just to get us killed? Wherefore hast thou dealt with us to carry us forth out of Egypt? Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? Good night, bro. First sign of trouble. Dang, when they get back to doing, and serving them, serving my oppressor. Keep reading. For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than we should die in the wilderness. You know what they lack? They shouldn't have no confidence in themselves. But who brought the plagues? They forgot about the blood. They forgot about the plagues. They forgot about the hailstones with fire. They forgot about all that when they do that. You go to church and pray, oh, Lord, give me this job, give me this job. Lord, get you the job. You get right back to doing what you was doing. And then another situation happened. You scared all over again. Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. You see what's happening? You going to let us die? You know what I mean? It's what they lacked was the Spirit of God, the Holy Spirit, which was courage, faith. You know what the right mindset would have been? If the Lord, they see the army coming. If the Lord took them out with hailstones and blood, then he can surely deal with this situation. It's looking crazy, but he did this before. That's what David did. When David ran up on Goliath, bro, and Saul was like, "How you gonna fight him, bro? You a little kid, like you a young man. How you gonna fight this big dude?" What David say? Man, when I was out there with the sheep, a bear came and took one of the sheep, and I killed him. The Lord helped me kill him. Then a lion came. The Lord helped me kill him. The way he looked towards the next challenge was what the Lord had did for him before. The Lord being with him, having that spirit of courage. You dig what I'm saying? Faith in the Most High. Like, if the Lord brought me to this point, why would he let me die now? But our people, bro, if everything ain't comfortable and perfect, we just, oh, God didn't abandon, oh, it's over, oh, the Lord ain't with me. You know what I mean? And really, you know, the scriptures say that the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, but when you see the Lord do things and give you, I don't want to use the word signs, but when you see that the Lord is doing something and you ignore that and be like, nah, I ain't the Lord, you're hardening your heart. And what that does is it make it hard for you to recognize the Lord. Because the Lord will show you stuff, but he ain't going to keep doing it. Once he show you something, you're supposed to see that like, oh, that's the Lord, and then get in order. But we be like, oh, show me again, show me more. And you're hardening your heart against the Lord, bro. And it gets some heated. He keeps showing that he there for you, and then it's like, you know what I mean? Yeah, and you ignore his prophets, and then you just end up in a horrible situation. All right? Let's keep going. Let me see here. Where was he at, Yawash? All right. And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. See the salvation. Meaning, salvation is not something that happens when you die and you off in some other realm. Salvation is the Lord delivering you from your enemies. And right now we have enemies. Our enemies are the other nations, our oppressor, and we're going to see the Lord's salvation with our eyes while you're alive, not when you're dead. All right? Stand and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show you today. For the Egyptians whom you have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever. Meaning that after you see these today, they're going to be destroyed. This army's out of here. Verse 14, the Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. Basically saying stop screaming and getting worried. The Lord going to fight this battle. All right? And the Lord said unto Moses, wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward. What does that mean? That they start walking across this ocean. But thou lift up thy rod and stretch out thy hand over the sea and divide it, and the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. I'm saying this out of my mouth, but this miracle was so powerful. You got an army rushing behind you, and he's like, tell them to stop crying. The Lord's going to fight on your behalf, and tell them to go forward and divide that ocean, man. That sea. Moses raised his hands up, that sea split, man. Yeah, something that unimaginable. How could this happen? All right. And behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them, and I will get me honor. He said it again. I will get me honor upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts and upon his chariots and upon his horsemen. He said he gonna make it to where Pharaoh's like, we're going to chase him through the sea. We're going to kill him and run him down in the sea. Verse 18, and the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots and upon his horsemen, and the angel of God, which went before the camp of Israel. Now, I'm going to ask y'all a question. It said the angel of God that went before the camp of Israel. Where was that angel at? If you was paying attention. That went before the camp of Israel. What was before the camp? day and night. I know you be paying attention, but I'm watching you. Yes, the pillar. It was what? It was at night. It was what? A pillar of what? Fire. And in the daytime, it was a what? A cloud. And the angel of the Lord was in. Exactly. But what I'm trying to tell you is that that's the vehicles of the angels. What you call clouds or unidentified flying objects. That's what it was. The angel of the Lord that went before the camp. Those are the vehicles of the angels. The cloud, what we call clouds. The things they be seen in the cloud is the angels. Sometimes it's the drones. You know what I'm saying? But when it ain't the drones, that's the angels of the Lord. All right. Now, and the angel of God which went before the camp of Israel removed and went behind them. Now watch. And the pillar of the cloud went from before their face, because he's ahead of the cloud was ahead. So that vehicle went in between them and the Egyptians. That craft. You understand? I want you to picture this. The Red Sea is splitting, and the vehicle, the UFO goes and moves and gets in between the children of Israel and Egypt and Pharaoh's army. All right? This is heavy stuff, bro. This is a movie. Okay? And it came in between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. And it was a cloud of darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that one came not near the other all the night. So he basically blocked them the entire time. So it was darkness. They saw darkness and we can't see past this. But it was light to them. So he shut off and made it dark for the Egyptians and gave light to them to be able to move that entire time through the Red Sea. This is the power of the Most High, bro. All right. Now, and Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind, and all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. So while he's splitting the sea through the wind, the entire night, that craft is giving light to our people. All right, let's keep reading, verse 22. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand, on their left. So you got to see, it's a wall of water. They seeing fish swimming in that mug and all that. It's like an aquarium, but it's literal water. But it's split, and the Lord is holding it open. All right. Verse 23. And the Egyptians pursued and went in after them in the midst of the sea, even all of Pharaoh's horses and his chariots and his horsemen. And we're going to end there. And I'm going to tell you right now, them going into that sea was, it was a wrap. But we're going to go ahead and close off there, and we're going to start, Lord allow, we'll be here next week to get the next portion. So let's go ahead and we're going to salute the Torah. Y'all, I'll just turn the camera right there to the side. All right. It's locked.
How about you,
Yeah. We got a new tour on the way though, so don't worry. La Yashala to Israel. When I salute, y'all salute. So when I say La Yashala, y'all say La Yashala, all right? So we'll go ahead and close out Sar Wahakwadam, which means to turn and face the east. We'll do these prayers. All right, the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Wadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malawaka, Daba'ah, Ratazaika, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Lathananawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawaknawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawakinawa, Wala'ah, Dabya'ayanawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hawashaynawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalatwa, Waha'ala, Wahatapara, La'ai Walamyam, Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. This is the prayer of the power of the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Baba Kushah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Larapa'ah, Kal Makalah, Bakal Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazarium, Hakak, Lahakwiyum, Hamathium, Hakak, Al Rakawa, Hatama Allah, Lagarshan, Ba'ashim Yahushai, the Wada Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. It's the prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wa Yasha'ala, Waha Bayasaparium, Barak, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, the Wada Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel. Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Aisha, Ayanya, Ahaharium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Azariah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'aratazah, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakayaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Ra'ai, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wabawa'aka, Ma'athai, Wa'ai, Awalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalm 83 in the Hebrew, Alahayim, Aldamayalaka, Alpha Karash, Wa Alpha Shakwat, Al Kayahana, Abu Yabaka, Yahama Yawan, Wa Mashanayaka, Sha'awa Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Ya'arayam Wa Sawad, Wa Ya'ata Tazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakidum, Magalia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shamya Sha'ala, Iwad Kaya, Na'atazawa, Lakabyawa, Alyaka, Barya, Yakarthawa, Ahawya, Adawam, Wa Yashama'alyam, Mawa Abba, Wahagarium, Gabal, Wa Amawan, Wa Amalak, Palasha, Am Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gomashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarwai, Labanya, Lawat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasaya Sarah, Kayabian, Banakal, Kwayashuan, Nashamawad, Salakia, Na Shamadwa, Ba'ayan, Da'ira, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayathamwa, Nadamuwa, Ka'arab, Wa Kazabah, Wa Kazabak, Wa Katazamanai, Kal Nasakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Naya Rasha, Lanawa, Na'awa, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagogala, Kakwash, La Panya, Rawaka, Ka'ash, Tabaya'ara Ya'ira, Waka Lahaba, Thalahat, Haryam, Khan, Tharadatma, Basairaka, Wabasa Wapafka, Thabalaham, Malaha, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabalwa, Ayai, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kaharatazah. That's how y'all gotta do with the Spirit of the Lord, man. In the English, keep not thy silence, O power. Hold not thy peace. Be not still, O power. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as unto Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, like Zeeb, yea, all their princes, as Zabah and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of the power in possession. O my power, make them like the wheel, as the stubble before the wind, As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
As the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
In trouble forever.
In trouble forever.
Yea. Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou whose name alone.
That thou whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high.
The most high.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
It's the prayer of the blessing in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Yahweh.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazabaya.
Matazabaya.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha Alawapyum.
Alawapyum.
Ha Saranium.
Ha Saranium.
Ha Kutazayanium. Ha Kayalyum. Wa Ha Akwathian. Yahweh. Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Hashem Yahweh Shai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
In the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohana. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. Sar, turn face the podium. We'll give a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh, Shai, Barakatah, Yazim Matzah, Sar, we're going to turn and face the sisters. Men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh, Shabbat, Latham, Bashem, Yahweh, Shai, Yazim Matzah, class dismissed.
Welcome to Atlanta. Crisis Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. And no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahweh Shai, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.